Alright, Riddler time! And we're back in the Arkham Knight HQ. There actually is two entrances. Remember, before...
Fluke, detective. A very palpable fluke.
We were in the section where you battle the Arkham Knight, and then eventually you take that elevator up, and then you go see Scarecrow. Well, you can actually come back in the Arkham Knight HQ through that elevator up on top of that skyscraper. And then, of course, we're back in the section from where you first start the area. This is when you can drive the Batmobile into. Remember, this is the area where Gordon is like, oh, when he comes for me, you're gonna need a lot more guys than that. I always fucking love that. Alright, so this part is a little interesting here. Obviously, it's a relatively easy... You just gotta get your timing right, but of course... my timing was not so good today. That's okay, Riddler. Because I bet you I'm not going to fail when I control Chris Redfield in the Spencer estate. I bet you I'm not going to fail when I encounter giant Megalodon Deep Blue Sea sharks in Resident Evil Remake. God, I'm so pumped to play that. Thank you for the Riddler Trophy. Oh, Joker, cool. Oh, yeah, because I remember Joker was sitting there talking so much shit when we were going through this area. Yeah, these puzzles I found to be some of the more annoying. Like this one, like, it's almost kind of like a pinball type thing, where if you let the ball fall down, you don't get the trophy. You gotta, like, slowly work it. And you have to change the direction, because if you notice these red walls on the sides, you want the orb to spin in that direction. That way, the Riddler trophy does not fall outside and land in the little red circle there. See, like, the red wall keeps it from falling out. Ugh. Not quite. You gotta get the little hole just in between the two red spots. That should be sufficient right there. And now we just want to switch this going in the opposite direction. And one more switch here and we should be good. A very annoying and time-consuming puzzle there. No doubt about that. So, you know, it's interesting. I've been following this story and reading a lot about the things going on with Konami and then Hideo Kojima the creator of the Metal Gear saga. I've thought all of it is rather fascinating, and there's also another reason that I haven't explained to you guys yet. This puzzle, by the way, is pretty annoying. You just need to hit these things so that the balls can continue. But the problem is, after you get the first one, 2 balls come down at the same time. But, so I guess, Konami, everyone might remember, this is the company that made Silent Hill. They made, Castlevania, right? They also did, Metal Gear Solid. And now, I guess what happened was the company released a mobile game, you know, with one of those, microtransaction type deals in there. And they basically discovered, like, oh wow, you know, this is a great moneymaker for us. So what they decided to do is they wanted to go back to that model of create like a mobile game that's not so great, I don't know, something like Candy Crush or whatever, with tons of microtransactions in there that people will, you know, use to spend lots of money. Because, you know, think about it, all you need is one, you know, rich kid using mommy's credit card to do all types of crazy microtransactions, and they'll be set there. And so they wanted to go more towards this than creating these huge, gigantic, big budget games like Metal Gear Solid 5 and such. Especially because I heard the budget for Metal Gear Solid 5 is like 200 million or something absolutely outrageous like that, astronomical. And then Kojima couldn't get the game out on time and needed, you know, an extension. And I guess Konami was just driven insane by this. And they were pissed because they spent so much money. And, you know, Kojima wanted to make sure it was a masterpiece, so he was taking his sweet-ass time with it. So I guess Konami, they just decided that they were going to cut all ties with Hideo Kojima. And I don't know how much they tried to scrub the internet of Hideo Kojima's presence, because I did see the Angry Joe. You know, he's a popular YouTuber. He's a funny guy. He's cool. I hope to meet him someday. Slap him up. Tell him you're awesome. But he did an interview with Konami at E3, and Konami actually, they refused to answer questions relating to Hideo Kojima, and they asked Angry Joe not to even mention his name at all, like he's the fucking boogeyman or something. And then recently, I actually have gotten a ID content match, which is the stupidest thing on YouTube, for when I did the Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes playthrough. Me and a couple of my friends, we went through that when that came out. That was, what, March of 2014? And I got a content ID match on the first part of that, which is a little surprising to me. I found that a little odd, because the way those content ID matches work is that somebody can, like, at one of these companies, they can actually, you know, press a button and give you the match. But that's not what this was. What this was the automated match. And here, by the way, so we finished off all of the Riddler stuff here in the Arkham Knight HQ, which is significant. So now we have all of the Riddler challenges completed in the 3 dungeon areas, the Arkham Knight HQ, Panacea Studios, and Stag Airships. And now we just got to get all the stuff on the 3 islands. So that's pretty awesome. But yeah, like I was saying, so I got a content ID match on the first part of the Metal Gear Solid 5 playthrough, which was a little bizarre for it to show up a year later. Oh yeah, here's Scarecrow again.
The street thugs fear broken bones more than the man who breaks them, while the rest of Gotham clings to that cape like a child to a mother's skirt.
And the part where the content match hit actually is in the beginning opening credits where it actually displays Hideo Kojima's name. And I thought that was really, like, I was like, that's odd. And then it was that day that I read about how Konami actually removed Hideo Kojima's name from the box.
Congratulations, detective. 100 riddles solved. Fittingly,
We're not even halfway through yet, motherfucker. Yeah, Hideo Kojima's name was removed from the box of Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain. And that's a little odd considering, I don't know, he's the one who made the game. And then they disbanded the Kojima production team. The team that makes those games, they disbanded it and spread those guys out all throughout the company. And all of this is just very odd. Like, Konami, these game companies, I don't understand. Like, they try and antagonize the fans. Like, one thing that these gaming companies, they're going to learn eventually is that LPs and gameplay videos like this really do help out the game. Because it's different than if you pirate, like, music or a movie. Like, if you pirate a movie, you're just watching the movie. Like, alright, you've seen the movie. There you go. But, like, if you're watching, like, an LP here of Arkham Knight, you might decide, like, oh, wow, this game is fucking awesome. I want to play it for myself. I want to go buy it and play it for myself. And slowly, these companies are starting to realize this. But Konami, they just have lost their minds. Like, they also canceled PT Silent Hills, that game that was going to be between Hideo Kojima and Guillermo del Toro, and it was also going to have Norman Reedus from The Walking Dead, Daryl. Everyone was so fucking pumped for that, but then that just got, quickly canned. That got thrown into the shit pile, and people are pretty upset about that. Although Hideo Kojima and Guillermo del Toro, they did confirm that they're going to work on a different game. It's just not going to be Silent Hills, which is a shame, but, that's life. And furthermore, with a lot of this Konami stuff, reports have come out about what the work environment is like over there and how, kind of atrocious it is. Because, in the Japanese workforce, like, it's different in that in Japan, like, you'll work for one company your whole life. Like, you'll have loyalty to the company and the company will treat you right as an employee. And you get good benefits and good stuff like that. And, like, it's encouraged, not to quit a job or, get fired is, like, the worst shame you could have. Way different than our American culture over here where, you can just end up going back and forth between jobs all the time. And because of that environment, as badly as Konami wants to get rid of the Kojima Productions guys, they can't just outright fire them for no reason. So they've sent, like, these big-time game developers into different parts of the company. Like, so they make, like, someone who is, working on some of the code for Metal Gear Solid 5 is all of a sudden now the janitor in one of the offices. Like, it's very bizarre how Konami decided to treat a lot of their workers there. Very, very bizarre. But yeah, that's the state of Konami. It'll be curious to see if they kind of backtrack on any of this and, make good games. Because, like, you look at how Capcom and Square Enix have been going lately. I mean, with all the positive Resident Evil stuff that's been going on lately, the Resident Evil 2 remake, and then Square Enix, with Bravely Default, and, Bravely Second will be coming sometime soon. And the Final Fantasy VII Remake, I thought the Final Fantasy X HD Remaster was, very well. Look, I've got a full LP of that on the channel where we got everything done. I beat Penance, Got all of the Dark Aeons taken care of. Got everything taken care of. I thought that game was fantastic. So both Square Enix and Capcom have really kind of, you know, moved past a little bit of negativity and negative reputations they had developed, and are beginning to get a solid foothold now with the fans. And it'll be curious to see if Konami will do the same.
Some freaks chaining up dead bodies. Sounds pretty nasty. Let's go see.
Oh, that's interesting. They must be referencing Deathstroke right there. But good old Deathstroke, like, his ass is already locked up. We got him in jail, so, you know, he could do whatever the fuck he wants to, but he's in jail. The militia is taken care of. At this point, all we gotta do is get rid of Riddler and Scarecrow. We've taken care of all the militia lieutenants, all of them. Oh, Scarecrow again? Huh, interesting. Oh, yes, here we are.
This is like Arkham City.
These are a little different. We haven't seen these yet.
Not as a time trial, detective, but as a time ordeal.
Basically here, we press this switch, and that opens up the cage alongside one of the Riddler trophies. So what we do is we press this switch, and then there's a very specific path you have to follow. We see I didn't get it done the first time because you actually kind of want the Batmobile in a specific location, which the second time we got taken care of. You can't really just fly over there. A lot of it is the... See, I've got the Batmobile placed right here. The environment here in Founders Island is very weird. Got it. There's several of these little races. There's a couple of these on each island. I believe there's 2 on Miyagani Island, maybe 3.
You think it's safe being out here again?
Riddler, you're so dumb.
Arkham Knight took off. Just another cocky pretender.
Yeah, so the Arkham Knight's gone. You know, the Arkham Knight, his bitch ass, he better show up again. This better not be it, like, Alfred, I found Jason. Oh, how's he doing? Not good. And then that's it. You don't hear anything else about him. It better not be like that.
Turn into a freaking tank either.
And for some reason, the Fear multi-takedown didn't quite activate there. So we'll just have to physically beat these fuckers down. And right here, so I've got tons of level up points, and I just thought to myself, why not get the special combo remote electric charge, because I know how well that works against these robot guys. Yeah, it was solid. I thought it was going to be much better than that. a lot of these special combo attacks, they're not quite as good as I would hope. I think the best one is the special combo freeze blast, obviously, because that freezes multiple enemies, not just the one, which is, you know, obviously that's fucking big time badass.
Those robots are unhackable. I made sure of it. Unhackable.
It's so nice of the Riddler informants to give us clear paths to where these Riddle trophies are. And at this point, I've got so many points, I might as well just spend them, you know? There's no use just sitting on them. It's not going to do us a whole hell of a lot right now. Oh, hello. I see you're just jumping up on me, huh? This happens occasionally, kind of annoying, where you're trying to just do your Riddler shit, and these fucking thugs just decide to come bother you. It's like, really? You're gonna run towards Batman? You're gonna try and fight Batman? That's what you want to do, huh?
Soldiers, bombs, tear gas clouds, tanks absolutely freaking everywhere.
Too long you've played Atlas, bore the burden of people's hopes, being the bulwark against their fears. But your aging muscles falter, Titan. Your grip grows weak.
Scarecrow, he thinks he's so cool being so, you know, such a scholar the way he is. Whatever, fuck you, Scarecrow. Pretty soon we're gonna be hitting you with a big case of that Batman Begins. A taste of your own medicine, Doctor?
Okay, we'll join a couple of rides. But I can't be out all night. It's my turn to watch the kids tomorrow.
Here's one of those real convoluted Riddler things where you can get the trophy easy enough, but it's kind of difficult to escape. You gotta do some stuff. This is annoying. I did not want that Batarang to hit the robot, obviously. And now he's just kind of blocking my path. It's like, yo, fuck you, robot.
Ain't too late to join up, my friend. Hang with no.
An interesting little puzzle there. But nothing too tough for the Dark Knight to handle.